Hello everyone, I'm Sam, and welcome back to From the Depths, episode 2 of my campaign. This time we're going to take on the Onyx Watch. And to do it, I've built a whole new fleet of ships. I currently have the game paused because otherwise my submarine would escape. So I'm going to show that one off first. Let me introduce to you the Striker class submarine. This is a pretty cheap, about 60,000 materials, attack submarine type thing. Um, it's it's named Striker because in my first ever FTD video series, I had a submarine called it would have been called the Striker class, but I misspelled it and typed Stiker instead. So I'm making good on my previous intentions with this. So it is armed with a 400mm cannon firing APHE shells, along with some torpedo launchers, with high explosive, and a little bit of EMP, I believe. And then here I have some sonar decoys, in case the enemy are firing torpedoes at us, which seems like a sensible, precaution. Next we have the Venture-class frigate. This is, again, fairly cheap, about 100,000 materials. The little laser ship. The main weapon is actually a hybrid, so it can target both, enemy missiles and cram cannons as well as enemy vehicles. So it's sort of like a fleet support ship. And it has missile launchers, of course, because I can fit them in, why not? Give it a bit of extra punch. This is the Indefatigable class cruiser. It has 12 rapid-firing 203mm cannons, as well as a Sea-Wiz system, which I have named the Hoplon Sea-Wiz, as well as some shields, just for good measure. This is the Constitution subclass of the Indefatigable class, which replaces the main cannons with cram cannons, sort of as a more dedicated ship-to-ship combat vessel, rather than this one is more general purpose, but otherwise the exact same. This is the Evergreen class aircraft carrier, which carries 3 F-100 Goose fighter planes. Never mess with the Goose. They can break your arm, probably. As well as some little anti-munition missile batteries. And cruise missiles, because of course. And finally, we have the Mars-class battleship. It's pretty big. Costs about 500,000 materials. It has 8 absolutely colossal 2,000mm cram cannons, along with 8 more 1,400mm secondaries. It has extensive anti-munition armament, including both missiles and cannons. And I think it should be pretty effective. The cannons are actually pretty insane. Because they're more than a half, hardener pellets, they can punch through, like, stacked heavy armor no problem, and they can even pretty much ignore anti-munition systems. So yeah, that's my fleet, which I'm going to be spawning into the campaign one at a time. And hopefully, by the end of the video, I will have constructed at least one of every such vessel you have seen. Right? Let us begin! I waited around for a while before the next diplomatic meeting, just, doing logistical operations, building resource gatherers, strengthening my fleet. Getting ready, as it were. And then I declared war on the Onyx Watch, getting a quite nice sum of resources to use to build my new battleship. With multiple new ships having been completed, including the Mars, my fleet sees its first test in proper battle in the campaign, where it proved pretty successful, I will say. After the first battle, I moved my ships northwest, driving headlong towards the first few Onyx Watch fleets, and the first few resource zones. Here I had my first encounter with a Jormungand-class ship. I was a bit nervous, but it stood no chance. While the surface battles continued, I began my submarine campaign, to pretty devastating effect. My onslaught continued northwards, destroying multiple Onyx Watch ships that tried to intercept the fleet. It was honestly a shame I had to destroy this airship. It looks absolutely awesome. I next ordered my secondary fleet to take out this outpost, which it did pretty quickly, and I was able to take the resource zone for myself. I then ended the Age of Sail by destroying this priceless museum ship. This fleet I faced actually did some serious damage, but I eventually won that fight, and I kept pushing towards the enemy capital.
Engaging now.
I hope this decision doesn't come back to bite me. And finally, my fleet pushed its way into the Cold Lock, and was able to lay siege to the Onyx Watch's mightiest fortress, the Onyx Throne. As the Onyx Throne crumbles to dust, along with the last remnants of Onyx Watch resistance, that concludes the second episode of this series. I honestly was not sure that I'd be able to get everything done in one episode, but took out the Onyx Watch without too many problems. Next video we're going to be fighting the Lightning Hoods, so I'm hoping that goes well. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.